Hello. Hi Tammy. Hi, Jeannie's talking about life. Hi LMNW. Hi Tina. Hello Kevin Leonard. Let's see. Hi, who's that? Nona May down there? Can see. I'm having a hard time seeing this. John Wasaki. I've got to go to the my YouTube dashboard and then get out of this other one. Hi Kathy. Hi Whisper to Me. Hi Nicole Griffith. Hang on, I want to go to my other interface here where I can see a little better.
Hello everybody.
Alright, let me see. My channel. My channel. Okay. Videos. And we're over here. I want to go through studio. Okay, so I set up the auction. They're up. It's going to be 3:30, the first part till 9:30, and then 9:30 till whenever, and then after that there'll be another wind down video. I think so. I think that's how we did it last time. I don't even remember. Anyway, let me go in here. I don't know why I'm so. Okay, hi, John Masaki. I'm gonna make this bigger. Why is my everything seems like somebody's fooled around with my computer. Cat's Got Your Tongue. Hi, Patty, Liz Tops, Kathy, Slam RN. Gosh, I was just thinking of you, Slam RN, a little bit before. Hi, Debbie V. Debbie V. Did I send your PayPal address? Did I send your PayPal request? I don't know if I did. Let me just check really quick because I think I sent everybody. But something's telling me that I didn't do something that I should have. Let me just sit here. And Tammy, you got your yours in Cash App, right? See, I knew I messed up on yours. I knew I messed up. I put the wrong shipping. I knew it.
What did you do?
I just knew it.
What did you do now? Tell me.
I put the wrong shipping for Deborah V.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't ship it.
I know we didn't.
We
It's
did
it's
ship
okay.
something before, though.
I'm just going to cancel it and make a new
We
one.
shipped something before. Oh, you mean the wrong amount?
No, I put the wrong amount. I'm canceling it. It's okay, and canceling that. I'm going to send you a new one right now.
802.
No.
802.
I know. I sent her the wrong amount. I just want to do it real fast, and it'll be 1 second.
You cancel it, okay? 'Cause she
I
didn't
did
pay
cancel
right?
it. No, she didn't pay yet. I canceled it because I sent the wrong amount.
Okay.
Something told me, Deborah. I don't know what the heck was. It's
802,
like-
right?
Yes. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, Deborah. Sorry, hey, guys. Just hang on 1 second. Okay. It's not gonna have a real fancy message because I'm just typing this out now. So use that, okay?
You have to call pity target.
Huh? No, I don't. No, I don't. No. No, she didn't pay, Jimmy.
$10 last time. Yeah.
Jimmy, she didn't pay.
I don't have.
Yes. It's making me a little nervous. Let me see. Sorry about this. I just saw Deborah and I just was like, wait a second, something's wrong. I know, but I don't remember. It's something's really wrong now.
Bad. Tell me, Aunt.
Just let me just see something. Something's wrong. Hold on. I didn't. Yeah, there's something wrong with that. I didn't do something here. No, hold on a minute. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I forgot to. Okay. Really messing up. That's right. Oh my gosh. What did I just do?
Come on, honey, what's the matter?
Nothing. I just got rid of the stupid
All right, relax.
request that I just put down, and now I've got to do it all over again. Oh my gosh. Okay.
802 plus what?
No, I know. It's just, I'm just making a stupid mistake because I'm
Relax, take your time.
just getting
Raise your
all
hand and
flustered.
Doesn't it make you in a hurry? Makes you take more time.
Yeah. Now there's really going to be no special messages.
What?
Nothing. I'm just,
Relax, come on. Just fix it, that's it. We'll fix it later.
no, then, I never remember later, and then,
You can do it. You should have done it right at the beginning, like this, honey. Come on.
huh?
You just started your life, right?
Yeah, I know. Well, because I just saw Deborah, and it just reminded me of that.
Okay, well, honey, you can always do this all the time. It's your life.
Okay, I'm
Take
ready.
care
I'm
of
done.
that.
I'm done now. I just got to do this. Okay, done. All right. Sorry, I just had to get that done. Okay, now let me go back to this. Okay, hi. Am I on the right live? Hi, Linda Gelb. Hi, Mama Ames. Hi, Janae. Okay, One Eye Blind Dart. Hi, Chris Ree. Robin Lane. Sorry about all that. Okay, so they're still looking for this, I can't stand these. That Florida woman who dropped her, said that they dropped her 4-year-old off. She did drop her 4-year-old with her ex said that she didn't. And then, yes, the child was there. They were looking for both. Now this Cassie Carly is missing, and they found some red flags like her purse, and I believe they still have not found her phone. So let's take a look at what's going on with that, okay? Oh, let's see. Amy's Justice League. Hi, Amy's Justice League. Hello, Carolyn Jamie Graham. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Marianne Frontini. Hello there. Okay. Good night, Mama Ames. See you later. So let's take a look at where the search is for this woman. It's not looking good. I'm going to tell you that Cassie Carly is not looking like it's going to have a good ending. There's a lot of red flags there, okay? Her left behind her purse. It's a red flag for investigators. So she's been missing for 5 days. According to the investigators, 37-year-old Cassie Carly was last seen Saturday night in a parking lot where she was picking up her 4-year-old daughter, Sailor, from her ex-husband, Marcus Spinelvo. That took place in Navarre Beach, a small Florida town in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, her sister, Rayanne, is also speaking with Gabby Petito's mother, just so you know that. And Gabby Petito's mother is Nicole Schmidt is giving her tips on about a missing persons investigation. So they're talking. But her sister, Rayanne, says, Cassie would never just disappear like this ever, or willingly get in the car with him to go somewhere, either unless he coerced her into something. Now, she also said, so we knew immediately something was not right. A little Sailor, 4 years old, I said 5 years old, she's 4, was found safe with the ex of Cassie Carly, okay? Crossed the border in Alabama the next day. Police say the fact that the mom left her purse with all her belongings is a huge red flag. And what we found concerning was inside that car was Cassie's purse, said Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson. And as you know, most women don't leave their purse behind when they go somewhere. So that caused us a little concern. The FBI and 10 local detectives are looking for whatever clues they can find in Carly's case. Police say the ex is cooperating with authorities. At this time, he isn't considered a person of interest. Well, I can say it's an ongoing investigation, and he was the last one to see or that we're aware of, said Johnson. So, obviously, we are intent on speaking with him again, yes. Sailor is not safe until she is home with her maternal family where she normally resides, said Carly's sister Rayanne, and she added that the exes had custody issues. After reviewing the surveillance video, detectives say they don't have any evidence that leads them to believe this is a homicide or an abduction yet. However, they are still keeping an open mind considering the red flags in the case. Missing persons cases, a lot of them, we find the person, everything's fine, but usually it'll go on for days without hearing from them or them using a credit card or a cell phone or something. And as of right now, we have none of that. So yeah, we're concerned. If she were to leave on her own accord, she would have her purse with her, said her sister. I even joked a little bit about that. Did she use her card? She loves to use that card. No, there's been no sign or trace of her, but we do have hope that she is somewhere and alive and we can bring her home. Rayanne Carly says that family members plan to travel to Alabama to search for her. They say it's not like her to just disappear, and that she was in the best place ever after she just started a new job. Detectives are asking the public to keep an eye out, call their local Crime Stoppers hotline if they hear or see anything that could be linked to the case. Okay, so let's see here. Scambia Search and Rescue launched its boat right into the Santa Rosa Sound Friday afternoon. The volunteer search organization used its technology to search the water for anything suspicious. The assistant director, Obi Pettit, said Carly's family asked them to come out Friday. Pettit says in this situation they're working against the clock, and I quote saying, the more time that happens between when they get lost and when you go looking for them, the longer it is, the more likely it is you won't find them, Pettit said. So lots of boots on the ground early on and a good last known location to start looking. We have better results than not. Right now they are searching the more shallow areas around the docks. So they're in this area here. And oftentimes the waves current will push anything back towards the shore. Other people from the community came out to help Friday to search as well. Organizers say their main focus was Navarre and Destin. The more help you have, the better off you are, Pettit said. It just needs to be organized. Carly's family believes it's possible she left the area in her ex's car. Texts between Carly's ex, Marcus Spinello, and her sister claim that Spinello dropped her off in the middle of nowhere in Destin. Channel 3 spoke with Carly's sister, Rayanne, on Friday. She flew in Thursday night and is now helping with the search. We are going to help bring her home, wherever she may be, Rayanne said. Rayanne said she exchanged messages this week with Gabby Petito's mom, Nicole. Investigators found the 22-year-old Florida woman's body in Wyoming in 2021, 8 days after the family had reported her missing. She said it's so nice to have that comfort from someone who's been there, Rayanne said. Let's see. Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson said there are a few witnesses in the case. Crime Stoppers is now offering a $3,000 reward for information to help solve this case. We know we have all the bases covered, Rayanne said. We're not going to let any area go without being searched. So, the family of the missing Florida woman, Cassie Carly, said
I'm
they
Greg,
still
I'm 68 years old.
quiet. They still have the vehicle. We still cannot locate the cell phone. The most important thing we're looking for is her phone. We do know that was not in there. Let's see. She was last seen again on Sunday evening, where she met her daughter's father in the parking lot of a beachside restaurant, Juana's Pagoda. This one right over here was the last place that she was there meeting her ex. It's not far from her home in Navarre. Investigators later recovered her vehicle with a person inside and confirmed the couple's 4-year-old daughter was safe. But Carly remains missing, and loved ones, community members, and police are still desperately searching. Rayanne said that Cassie felt extremely unsafe around her daughter's father, Marcus Spinello. And she explained on Friday that her sister had previously warned them about this man. And I quote, "Just in general, with her relationship with him, it has always been she has some fear of him. He's always controlling, tried to be manipulative, and she had some fear of him in the past and what he's capable of, planning maliciously towards her. We've always had a red flag on him, always, and her as well. She wanted to remind us, if something happened to me, it's him." Rayanne said Cassie always kept close contact with their father, whom she lived with, the rest of the family, and was never one to just disappear. But on Sunday evening, she told her dad she was running out to pick up her 4-year-old daughter, Sailor, from the child's father's custody, and she never returned. Rayanne previously said Cassie usually tried to meet the ex at public locations, typically a Walmart parking lot, but that he had recently been changing the meetup spots. Before she left for the restaurant on Sunday, she poked her head into her father's bedroom at the home they share. When it came time to pick Sailor up, my dad was in his room about to rest, and she just kind of popped in and said, "Hey, Dad, I'll be right back. I'm just running to grab Sailor." She walked out the door like she would be right back. Cassie's father then went to sleep, but awoke hours later to discover his daughter had not yet returned. "Cassie, I'm trying to call you. What's going on?" he wrote in a series of text messages. His first message was sent at 9:40 p.m. Sunday. He then sent a second, said, "I'm freaking out. Call me as soon as you get this message." Here's the text. Let me make this a little bigger. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. Okay. So the father sends at 9:40 p.m., "Cassie, I'm trying to call you. What's going on?" And then he says, "I'm freaking out, call me. I'm freaking out, Cass. Call me as soon as you get this message." And then these messages come in. And it says, "I'm sorry, car was acting up and I broke my phone. Marcus is working on it. I will stay at his place tonight. He is paying me money to do some stuff around his house." And the father says, "Are you in PCB?" She says, "No, the screen is jumping all over the place. Let me see if he..." Hang on. "Let me see if he can get this fixed, and I'll call you." And the father says, "I'm going to sleep. I just needed to know my girls were all right." And then he says, "Where you at, Sister Sledge?" So the response that came shortly thereafter, the family doesn't believe that is Cassie. So the family is now doubting that those messages even came from Cassie, with Rayanne explaining that the messages are not how Cassie would talk or speak. "We totally do not believe that was Cassie responding in those messages. She would never ever take up any offers from him like that, to stay with him or help him, anything, first of all, without telling us or considering with us. So that's not like her at all. Let me see if there was any other. No. On Thursday, the Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson said investigators located Spanelville, more than 4 hours away and over 260 miles away in Birmingham, Alabama, where they questioned him and were able to check in on the couple's daughter. Johnson said the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office entire major crimes unit, which consists of at least 10 detectives, is working the case. He said investigators believe that Spanelville was the last one to see her that we're aware of. Spanelville has not been charged with a crime, nor has he been named as a suspect or person of interest. He did not respond to the media asking for a comment about information. The search has now expanded outside the state of Florida and includes the FBI. Johnson would not divulge specific search areas and said investigators now have Carly's vehicle in custody. When we look at this, we consider her missing endangered. We don't know what happened to her. We just know that the way she has gone missing concerns us greatly. We don't have enough evidence to determine if she's alive or if she's deceased. Sergeant Rich Alloy, a spokesperson for the department, said the investigation was still extremely active. He would not answer questions on Friday regarding Spanelville, including how police tracked him to Birmingham and whether he has been cooperative. He also would not say whether the second interview had happened yet and would not speak about witnesses, surveillance footage, or tips that the department has received. He would not speak about the whereabouts of Carly's cell phone. The cell phone, he said, is a piece of evidence. We're just not ready to discuss it this time, but that may come out shortly. As for the ongoing search for Carly, Alloy said that anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers at 850-437-STOP. Okay, the family of the missing Florida mother, Cassie Carly, claimed that the final texts sent from her phone were part of a cover-up attempt in the aftermath of her disappearance in the Florida Panhandle. Now, they spoke exclusively to J.B. Buono. You know him from the Gabby Petito case, right? Carly's sister, Rayanne, and close friend, Kirsty Sullivan, say the final text sent from the missing 37-year-old's phone to her father didn't sound anything like her and described a scenario that she would never put herself in. The text messages my father received from Cassie's phone were not the typical speak my sister would have said, especially the claims of car and phone troubles at the same time. She would have walked to the nearest gas station if she had to before getting Marcus for any type of help in a situation like that. Carly was last seen leaving to pick up her 4-year-old in Navarre Beach in a custody exchange with her ex-boyfriend and her daughter's father on Sunday night. Carly was reported missing by her father the following day. Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office says Spanelville was the last person to see her alive, but they don't say that they asked him what the heck he was doing in Birmingham, Alabama, right? But he said he drove up to central Alabama to work on a job site. Okay, so that's what I was looking for. What the heck was he doing in Alabama? But he's driving up there. When did they find him up there? On Monday and then Sunday night? When did they find him? And don't they have a cell phone to see where he was? Did he leave for that at Sunday night? That'd be kind of weird to be going to a job site. And did he have his daughter in the custody? I don't know. Spanelville has not been named a suspect yet. Cassie's been telling me for the last 2 years that Marcus has been threatening her said Cassie's brother Anthony. She always said, if anything happens to me, it's him. She is always in contact with her family and friends, says her sister Rayanne. Even during the exchange, she would have texted. Our red flag was Marcus. Cassie's cell phone is also missing, was not in the purse that deputies located inside Cassie's vehicle. Cassie wouldn't leave her daughter, and said Cassie's close friend, Kirsty Sullivan, the minute I knew she didn't have her purse, her phone, her car, her child, we know. We're just praying. Marcus makes a good decision, and we can find her. Santa Rosa County Sheriff Bob Johnson called the disappearance of Carly very concerning, as he revealed that investigators found her purse inside her car. There were things in the purse we don't think she would just up and leave. Johnson said during a press conference, usually you don't go 4 days without hearing from them or them using a credit card or cell phone, so yeah, we're concerned. Her sister Rayanne said Cassie is just full of life. She's so happy. Anyone who has been around her can just feel her energy. She has touched so many people, not just in our family. She is the glue in our family that has held us together. The family and close friends have been part of the daily search efforts in our beach since Cassie went missing. We're really confident in the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office. We feel like they are working really hard and they are protecting whatever information they may have because it's in the best interest of finding Cassie right away. Come on, move this. Okay, here's the sheriff giving an update.
Spend all my
Be quiet. Oh my gosh, lady screaming. I can't stand those loud freaking ads. Wait a second.
Okay. March 31st press conference by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming. We're going to talk about a missing persons case today. A Navarre woman, Cassie Carly, 37 years of age, was last seen Sunday the 27th behind Juana's Pagoda in the parking lot. She was there to meet Marcus Spanavello, who I think also has his photograph as well. They have a child in common, a 3-year-old girl. They met there to do a child exchange. That was the last time that we know of that Cassie was seen. The next day, Monday the 28th, about midday, we received a call from Cassie's father reporting her missing. The next day, Tuesday the 29th, we find Cassie's car behind Juana's Pagoda. And what we found concerning was, inside that car was Cassie's purse. And as you know, most women don't leave their purse behind when they go somewhere. So that caused us a little concern. Then, Wednesday the 30th, we located Marcus in Birmingham, Alabama. 3 detectives from Santa Rosa County drove up there to interview him. They made contact with him and also with Sailor, the daughter, and they called out Alabama Child Services, who checked over the girl, and that was that for that part. So they interviewed him and came back here. Right now, we're currently in several different, I guess you could say, phases of this investigation, but we would like to thank Okaloosa, Walton, and Bay SO for their assistance, as well as FDLE and the FBI. Currently, like I said, it's an ongoing investigations. I don't know how many questions I can answer, but feel free to ask me what you want to. So, yes, ma'am.
Are there any specific spots that you are searching right now, or any specific efforts that you can share with us?
Not at this time. I can say the search is ongoing, but I can't tell you any certain locations.
Can you confirm whether the search is beyond Santa Rosa County?
Yes. Yes.
Can you give us any information about why some of the people involved in the search went to Freeport yesterday?
I don't know the answer to that one.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't send them there.
No, it was the community-led search.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, ma'am.
We've talked to friends and family who all point their fingers toward Marcus when it comes to information that could lead to finding Cassie, and they believe he may know something about her disappearance. Do you feel like that's a fair statement?
Well, I can say it's an ongoing investigation, and he was the last one to see her that we're aware of. So obviously, we are intent on speaking with him again. Yes.
Have any restrictions been put on him about leaving where he's at or the country?
Not by us, no. Yes.
Can you give us any sort of insight into what his story of events were when you interviewed him?
No, I can't.
Is there anything beyond just the purse being with the vehicle that leads you to believe that she didn't just walk off on her own? That you can tell us.
Yeah, not that I can speak to right now. But like I said, obviously, you know, I've been married 32 years, and I'll tell you, my wife goes nowhere without her purse. So to think that she just left it there and just walked off is, you know, that's what concerns us.
Did you interview the child, or was there anything from the story about the drop-off from the child?
No, we did not interview the child. Now, like I said, Alabama Protective Services responded out, and I can't really comment on what they said. Yes?
What was his connection to Birmingham? Was he like in the process of leaving, or does he live there, or what?
No, I think he had a job site up there that he works at.
When you say her purse, is that like all of her, like, she left her ID, all that stuff was still in the car, or just a purse?
There were things in the purse we won't comment on, but there's things in the purse that, like I said before, we don't think she would just up and leave.
She was last seen almost 4 days now. Can you speak to whether that's concerning to keep going yet another day with no sign of her?
Oh, yeah, it's very concerning. I mean, you know, and we take everything seriously. Missing persons cases, a lot of them, you know, we find the person, everything's fine. But usually you don't go 4 days without hearing from them or them using a credit card or a cell phone or something. And right as of now, we have none of that. So, yeah, we're concerned.
So you can confirm that she's had no cell phone or credit card activity since Sunday?
That we're aware of.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why we have, you know, we didn't just assign a detective. Our entire major crimes unit is working this. So you've got 10 detectives that's pretty much all they're doing right now is trying to locate Cassie.
At any point, do you plan to identify a person of interest in her disappearance if this continues?
Well, yeah, definitely. If we develop a lead or we develop information that points to a person solid, yeah, we'll have another press conference without a doubt. Yes.
How many witnesses have you guys interviewed, approximately?
Ballpark it.
There's really not a whole lot of eyewitnesses.
So I would say 5 or 6 right now. Because when you start talking about witnesses, they meet by themselves together in this parking lot to do a child exchange. I mean,
Is it typical to get major crimes in on the first couple days of a missing person case?
It is when certain things pop up, like you find her purse in the car. I mean, that worries us. So, yeah. Yes?
Have you all had any luck with surveillance video or anything in that area? I know it's out on the beach.
Yeah, we have. We've seen a bunch of video. The problem we have with some of it is, you know, it's getting dark and that kind of thing. So we're still examining video. So, yes.
You said that you're concerned and worried. Can you speak to, are you specifically concerned that it's possible kidnapping or any other crime? I mean, her life could be in danger?
Well, you know, when we look at this, we consider her missing endangered. In other words, we don't know what happened to her. We don't have any evidence specifically pointing to a homicide or abduction or any of those. We just know that the way she has gone missing concerns us greatly.
And you said that, responding to another question, that the search has gone outside of Santa Rosa County. Can you say that it has gone outside of the state? Have you contacted other agencies?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you believe Cassie's alive?
I'm not really going to comment on what I believe. It doesn't really matter what I believe. I mean, evidence is what we go on, and right now we don't have enough evidence to determine if she's alive or if she's deceased. We don't have that kind of evidence right now.
Did you call the FBI to get involved, or did they volunteer? How did that?
They volunteered.
And where do you go from here?
You know, they'll be examining evidence for us, certain types of evidence that we don't have the capability of looking into. They'll take that. FDLE, same way. They have certain software programs and things we don't have that they do, and hopefully they can help us. Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever, were you ever able to determine if there was any problems with Cassie's car that you guys have?
We're not going to comment on that.
Staples places.
Yeah, we do have the car in custody, so yes. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, and before we go, Crime Stoppers. Thank you, Rich. 850-437-STOP. If anybody out there has any information about Cassie and her whereabouts, You may not think it's a big deal to you, but if you give us some information to these detectives, it may be the thing that breaks the case. So if you have any information, call Crime Stoppers. You're totally anonymous, and you can get a reward. So thank you very much.
Owning a business.
Okay. So Carly's 4-year-old daughter is safe. Alabama Child Services has recently gotten involved in the case, but the Carly family say they want Cassie's young daughter at home with them. She is not safe until she's back with us, said Sister Ray Ann. Carly is described as 5'5", 150 pounds with shoulder length, blonde hair and blue eyes. She has pierced ears and a tattoo of a tribal mark on her lower back. Again, anyone with information should call the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office, 850-983-1190. And, yeah, I mean, it's, I think it looks too good there. Let's see if there's anything else. So, when Marcus, the ex-boyfriend, father of Sailor, the daughter, was found in Birmingham, he was with the child. So it's kind of very strange to be taking the child to a job site, isn't it? And he was found on March 29th. March 28th is when Cassie's father reported her missing. March 27th is when she went to meet him. So on March 29th, they found Marcus with Sailor in Birmingham. No, excuse me. March 30th. March 29th, they found her car. So 3 days after she was last seen is when they find her ex in Birmingham with his 4-year-old daughter, supposedly at a job site. Because you always bring your 4-year-old daughter to a job site. Yeah, that sounds like he went to Birmingham. I wonder what kind of job site it was and if there's any concrete or anything involved there. That's not good. Not good. So we'll have to see what happens, but that looks like all the information that's there on that right now. And let's see what else is in the headlines, any updates. Ghislaine Maxwell is not getting a new trial despite juror misleading court about a sexual assault. So a New York federal judge ruled on Friday that Ghislaine Maxwell will not get a new trial, even though a juror admitted to lying about his own sexual assault. Maxwell, 60, was convicted in December 2021 on 5 counts of federal sex trafficking for grooming underage girls as young as 14 for Jeffrey Epstein. One second, let me just put this up so we have the right graphic with the story here. In January this year, Maxwell requested a new trial on the grounds that juror 50, who checked no on the pretrial screening questionnaires about whether he had been SA'd, told the media about being SA'd as a child. In Friday's ruling, the U.S. Circuit Judge Allison Nathan wrote that juror 50 harbored no bias towards Maxwell and could serve as an impartial juror. His failure to disclose his prior SA during the jury selection process was highly unfortunate but not deliberate, Nathan wrote. Maxwell's legal team plans to appeal Friday's ruling. Her sentencing is scheduled for June. Okay, let's see what happened here. Where's the, that's- okay, so this is a really weird, what is this about here? A Nevada woman has been charged with attempted murder and child abuse after she allegedly tried to kill her newborn as the baby's father drove them to the hospital after the birth. Now, court documents say that Ashley Hollingsworth's behavior was so out of line that her boyfriend said he wrestled the baby from her and held the baby on his lap for the rest of the drive. Hollingsworth gave birth on Saturday evening in the bathroom of a home that belonged to her boyfriend's relatives. And on the way to Mountain View Hospital, Hollingsworth allegedly wrapped the blanket around the baby's head and pushed the blanket against the baby's face. The court documents say that Hollingsworth later admitted that she pinched the blanket over the baby's face or nose several times for 5 to 10 seconds at a time. When they arrived at the hospital, Hollingsworth, bleeding profusely, refused to go inside and ran off. Authorities found her 2 hours later with a contusion and considerable swelling to the left side of her face. While in UMC, Ashley stated she had gotten beat up by a rock. Ashley continuously talked about prophecies and other religious ideations to nursing staff while she was at the hospital. The arrest report said that Hollingsworth later admitted the injuries were self-inflicted and that she hit herself with a rock about 15 times in an attempt to kill herself. Before the birth, the boyfriend told police Hollingsworth asked him to punch her in the face. When he refused, she reportedly punched herself in the face twice with a closed right fist and said she was ready to go to heaven. A few hours after the incident, Hollingsworth gave birth to a baby girl in the toilet. The boyfriend entered the bathroom and observed Ashley standing facing away from the toilet. He walked to the toilet and observed the baby laying on her back in the toilet. He picked the baby up and stated that the child's head was not submerged in the water. On the ride to the hospital, the boyfriend said that Hollingsworth called the newborn a devil baby and said she needed to kill it. Hollingsworth herself told police the child was probably evil and had been grunting at her. She told police that the reason she felt she needed to kill the child was because she feared the little girl would start doing things to everyone and start making them kill each other. Later, Hollingsworth reportedly told police that Jesus had worked good magic on the baby and now she is okay. Initially, doctors feared the little girl may have suffered a brain bleed and a brain injury caused by lack of oxygen. The arrest report, however, said that by Tuesday, doctors determined it was not likely that she had suffered any injuries. It's crazy. And watch them give it right back to her. So we have a South Carolina middle school student who died after another student in a South Carolina middle school shot him on Thursday. Jamari Jackson, 12, was rushed to Prisma Health Greenville Memorial after a fellow 12-year-old shot him in the hallway at Tanglewood Middle School in the 7th grade wing of the school. According to the coroner's report, the victim was shot once in the chest and passed away. "We were just walking down the hallway," said Michael, a 7th grader at the school. He was walking really fast and he looked really nervous. And there was just a whole crowd of kids. And all of a sudden he reaches into his backpack and just pulls out a gun, fired one shot. Shortly after the shooting, the suspect fled the school on foot. Police located him hiding under a deck of a home off of Easley Bridge Road. Police say the suspect had a handgun on him, but was taken into custody without incident. The suspect was charged with murder, possession of a weapon during a violent crime, unlawful possession of a weapon by a person under the age of 18, and possession of a firearm on school property. So far, the motive for the shooting is unknown. And what is this here? Okay. That's really sad. Prayers. Okay, so we've got this here. So now, Pennsylvania woman was arrested on Tuesday after police officers reportedly discovered that her missing boyfriend's body was in their home. Anna Tolomello, 48, allegedly confessed to shooting Giovanni Galina, 65, once in the head on March 16th. Tolomello told friends and family that Galina was out of town and never reported his disappearance to authorities. Tolomello and Galina owned Pina's Pizzeria in Chalfont, Pennsylvania. Following the slaying, Tolomello allegedly paid a contractor $350 in cash to dig a hole roughly 20 feet from the home and specified measurements to ensure that Galina's body would fit. The Philadelphia Inquirer reported that the hole was located in the driveway as Tolomello planned to bury Galina and pave over it. At some point, Tolomello allegedly asked a friend if incense would cover the smell of a skunk she claimed was in the garage. Tolomello told authorities that she killed Galina in self-defense after he strangled her on the bed in their master bedroom. Galina was reportedly found in the bedroom, wrapped in bed linens and a tarp. After the shooting, Tolomello allegedly cleaned up the crime scene, and then she dumped the blood-stained mattress in a dumpster outside their pizza shop. Police executed a search warrant at the couple's home on Tuesday. At that point, Tolomello commented that she knew why they were there before admitting to shooting Galina in the head on March 16th. Tolomello is charged with criminal homicide, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence, and she remains jailed without bail. Okay, that is crazy. Let me see something. Let me check. Well, this is, here's the restaurant they had. Pina's Pizzeria. Their menu. So you can go follow us on Facebook. Diddly diddly do, menus, deals. They don't have an about section, huh? Hold on, I'm going to pull this over here. I just want to, there we go. Ask Pina's Pizza. If anybody knows John or Danny Falcone, please let them know they left their book bags. So the last post is March 1st. Closed now. I don't see anybody writing anything on there. Pina's Pizzeria. But isn't that also the same? Why is there all these different ones? I don't know. Okay, so back to see what's going on here. Like water splash or something. Okay. What is this about? Okay. Nevada mother is behind bars after police say she purposely crashed into middle school girls who were reported enemies of her daughter. Fatima Maria Mitchell, age 36, crashed her SUV into a tree, a concrete sign, and ultimately into two girls at an off-campus crossroads on Monday, close to Basic High School in Henderson, Nevada. The incident happened in the afternoon. According to a police report filed by officers with the Henderson Police Department, Fatima Mitchell purposely went searching for the juveniles who were fighting with her daughter with an intent to kill. Both girls were taken to a local hospital and later treated for broken bones, but both are expected to recover. The victims were only spared from serious injury or death due to the fact that Mitchell struck a tree and a concrete sign prior to hitting them. Mitchell appeared Tuesday for a court hearing where she learned that she'll remain behind bars without bail on charges of attempted murder. The Clark County School District held a meeting on Tuesday to discuss the rising violence among students, which was reportedly what initially started the incident between Mitchell's daughter and the victims. On the day of the incident, 4 students were arrested for violence. We know that our kids are struggling because of the stress, anxieties, and isolations that the pandemic. Jesus Jara, the superintendent of the Clark County School District, said. Violence is not and never will be the answer. Should students and adults resort to violence on our campus, we will remove them and hold them accountable. Okay. A gas station clerk in Florida was seriously injured on Wednesday when she was intentionally soaked with gasoline and lit on fire. The clerk at the Circle K in Pensacola, Florida, told Betty McFadden, 30 years old, not to panhandle outside the store. Betty McFadden returned to the store with a can filled with gasoline, doused it on the clerk, and threw matches at her. Another Circle K employee reportedly told police that McFadden had entered the store and solicited a regular customer for gas money. McFadden allegedly used the money to fill up the can with gas, which she dumped on the victim before lighting her on fire. The clerk then ran to the back room, and McFadden ran around the counter and began throwing matches at her, which caused the gas to ignite and the clerk to catch fire. Escambia County Police said in a statement that another Circle K employee suffered burns while helping the victim. Witnesses reportedly used clothing and water found in the store to extinguish the fire. McFadden fled the scene, but police apprehended her blocks from the Circle K. Before being transported to jail, she was interviewed by detectives and reportedly showed no remorse for her actions. An investigator wrote in their report, "As I was leaving the interview room, McFadden asked me if the biatch is dead. McFadden asked if she was burned all over her body, to which I replied, she was, and she simply replied, okay." McFadden is charged with attempted murder. The clerk is expected to survive, but she remains hospitalized in extremely critical condition. She reportedly suffered burns to her face, neck, chest, and arms. As for her. Suspected DUI driver has been arrested in Virginia after a Milligan University track and field member was killed Thursday when the suspect hit him with a car. Sophomore Eli Kramer passed away following a crash at an intersection in Lightfoot a little after 6 p.m. 2 other students identified as seniors, Alex Mortimer and Eli Baldy, were also hurt during the crash. The victims were out for a run when 26-year-old Jose Efran Hernandez Mancia allegedly crashed into them while drunk. The Virginia State Police arrested Hernandez shortly after the incident, although he allegedly fled the scene and attempted to evade police. He's been charged with DUI, DUI maiming, hit and run, involuntary manslaughter, and DUI refusal after he refused to take a sobriety test. Police took the suspect to the Riverside Doctors Hospital where they obtained blood from him after getting a search warrant. Mortimer is currently undergoing treatment at a local hospital while Baldy has been treated and released. We covet your prayers during this difficult time, especially for the Kramer family, the university wrote. Story is developing. Oh, that's horrible. Another cold case solved. Here. 35-year-old Michigan murder mystery was solved earlier this year with the help of Western Michigan University criminal justice students participating in the school's cold case program. Patrick Gillum, 67, was arrested in February and pled no contest earlier this month to the murder of Roxanne Wood, a 30-year-old Berrien County woman who was found dead in her home by her husband. The two had driven separately to a bowling outing, and Wood left early and returned home first. Her throat had been cut. Gillum, who was living in Indiana at the time of his arrest, was charged with open murder and breaking and entering of an occupied dwelling. Investigators have not yet provided details of what led to Gillum's arrest, except to say that the new technology helped link him to the crime. And this is the end here. Western Michigan University announced its cold case program in concert with Michigan State Police a year ago, and it began in earnest with the fall semester last year. The program allows students to immerse themselves into cases, cataloging and organizing evidence, and utilizing new technologies unavailable when the cases were initially investigated. WMU students poured through the cases, 3,000 pages, and logged more than 1,200 hours over the past 8 months. Gillum has been sentenced to 23 years in prison. Okay. 35 years later, huh? A 5-year-old Florida girl was killed on Thursday night when a kidnapping suspect, pursued by police, drove off an interstate ramp into a retention pond. The Jacksonville Sheriff Officer Christian Hancock said officers ran into the water and apprehended the driver, but they were unable to locate the little girl. Fire crews and a dive team arrived and found the girl outside the crashed SUV. The child was unfortunately located at the bottom of the pond, deceased, Hancock said. The suspect, who has not been named, is likely to be charged with traffic homicide and other charges related to the incident. Police say the initial reports indicated that she had a knife. The sheriff's office was called to a reported kidnapping in progress at about 7:30 p.m. in North Jacksonville. While officers were responding to the call, another officer came upon the suspect's vehicle and approached. As the officer turned to approach the vehicle from behind, the suspect sped off, obviously seeing the officer, and the pursuit began at that point, as we were responding to a kidnapping in progress with an armed suspect. Dozens of officers engaged in the pursuit, which covered about 30 miles as the suspect topped 90 miles per hour during the chase. The crash took place on the exit for Florida SR 9B south of Jacksonville. A reporter's dash cam camera captured part of the pursuit just a few miles before the crash. The SUV is seen in the video speeding by on the inside shoulder, followed by multiple police cruisers. Crews pulled the vehicle out of the pond early Friday morning and found it badly damaged. The front passenger door was torn off and all the windows were broken. Hancock said there were no other crashes related to the pursuit, and one officer suffered minor injuries in the water after the crash. Okay. So I think that's about for that right now. Let me see where we are. Okay. So that's looking like okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. Carolyn, could you please give Alicia Bisso my email or phone number? Okay, can you send me a new email so I remember and just send it to me, please? Okay. Let's see here. I want to know what students big everyone did back in I want to know what students did back when everyone was homeschooled. What do you mean? Norma, what are you talking about? Hi, Angie Brooks. Hi, Janae. Hi, Rebecca. Let's see. Debbie L. Jenny D1. Jackie Burns. Whisper to Me, One Eye Blind Art. Justice League. I don't know if I got everybody. Yeah, crazy stuff. And I don't know. I think that woman is going to be found somewhere wherever he was on that route, right? Going. I don't know. I think that husband is. He was the last person to see her. He was also an estranged ex. According to the family, was abusive. I don't know, you know? All of that. The text messages, where they were, it sounds like he's definitely involved. Okay, so we have a few minutes before we go to the other live. You had a meltdown last night? I didn't know that, One Eye Blind Art. I had no idea that you had a meltdown at all. You know what, One Eye Blind Art? It was so weird because I thought I just saw your name and it wasn't in green, and that's weird. Now I see it in green. It was weird. I swear that I just saw it not in green. What did you have a meltdown? I didn't understand yet you had a meltdown. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's okay. It's all right. Yeah. Sometimes, it happens, right? We're all human. It's okay. No problem. We all have meltdowns one time or another. Hi, Barb. She should have taken a friend with her. Barb says, yeah. Hindsight is 20/20. Hi, Amy is Justice League. She says live. Yeah, we are live. We're almost ready to go to the next live. I'm gonna just put the redirect in. The next live is going to be, after hours, after midnight, chat and craft and whatever. So I'll put the number into Slack, and then we're gonna, everybody stay inside, and we're gonna go over into the vehicles. I'm gonna mute the See, 2 people that were definites. I'm gonna book it now. Already said they can't go. So we'll have to see what our tally is. Because let's see, we might have had too many, so we'll see how many we have. We'll have to get the spreadsheets out. So Clarice, Alicia said she can't go. So Martha, you will not be seeing your foster daughter this time. I'm very, very sorry. Okay, I've got to go put the redirect in. Let's see, where's my redirect? Hold on. I've got it. Okay, you're going to get routed now. I just fixed it, so you're going to get routed to the new chat. As soon as I go over here and end your content.